In today's News Weekend Roundup, Samuel and Alphonso denied bail and remanded to prison following $41.9 million drug bust. 5,760 cases of wild cherry-flavored Capri Sun juice have been recalled. Governor concerned about restrictive language in Register of Interest Amendment. The Anegada hybrid renewable project has been impacted by inflation but remains on track, says Premier. Water and Sewage Department to be transformed into a statutory body following the passing of legislation. All this and so much more when our News Roundup returns.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you, you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home. Keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Hello everyone, it's Saturday, August 20th, 2022. I'm Ron Grant, coming to you live and direct from Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Saturday to one and all. Thank you so much for joining me for the weekly news roundup with the top stories of this week. Pedro Samuel Jr., 58, of Diamond Estate, and Reno Alphonso, 27, of Fort Hill, have been denied bail after appearing in court with charges stemming from this week's major cocaine drug bust, which is said to be valued nearly at $42 million. Appearing before Magistrate Crystalline Benjamin, Samuel and Alfonso were both slapped with charges of possession of a controlled drug with intent to supply. Alfonso received an additional charge of failure to comply with orders given by the police. According to the allegations presented by the Crown Counsel, Samuel and Alfonso on Saturday, August 13th, were both intercepted on a vessel in close proximity to Cooper Island by the Marine Branch of the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force. The information provided by the prosecution stated that the vessel was first spotted off the south of Virgin Gorda, traveling briskly towards the west. The report further said that officers commenced pursuit of the vessel through the Ginger Island and Cooper Island Channel, where emergency lights were activated and a verbal order was given to stop the vessel. After finally bringing the vessel to a halt, the court heard that Samuel and Alfonso told officers that they had just returned from fishing out at sea and denied having anything illegal on the boat. The police conducted, of course, a search of the vessel, and one canvas bag containing what was suspected to be cocaine was found. This led to a subsequent search in which the court heard that they discovered another 14 canvases containing a similar substance. Both defendants were then cautioned and arrested. The substance was later positively identified as cocaine weighing approximately 400 kilograms with a street value of over $40 million. To that end, she denied both men bail, and they were remanded to Her Majesty's Prison at Balsam Gut. Both Samuel and Alfonso will return to court on October 12th. Preliminary investigations by the Environmental Health Division across numerous local supermarkets have concluded that the contaminated Capri Sun wild cherry flavored juice drink blend beverages by Kraft Heinz are presently not in the territory. This was confirmed by the Chief Environmental Health Officer, Mr. Lionel Michael, following a voluntary recall of approximately some 5,760 cases of the product by the manufacturer. He said following the news of the contaminated product, the Environmental Health Division activated its recall program with the major suppliers and retailers in the British Virgin Islands.
Well, we got a notification on Monday, and we immediately contacted the suppliers and retailers here, the major ones, and they indicated that they did a check of their storeroom and their stock, and they did not have any of the Capri Sun in question. We did a subsequent check of inspection and assessment of these places, we did, right way and one mat and all the right ways and bobbies and so on one mat, and other places, and we did not find any of that ran in the BVI at this moment. They indicated that they don't carry, they have been out of it for some time now. So it's not present in the BVI at the moment, but it has been recalled in the United States and in other countries, and all countries are taking the necessary steps to ensure that it's not on their shelves. But it's due to chemical contamination with by a cleaning agent that they use in the establishment of taste in the Capri Sun. Yeah, but we don't have it in the BVI right now.
Though the Register of Interest Act was passed with amendments during the most recent sitting of the House of Assembly and of course assented to, there are now doubts that the bill will become law in its current stage following a recent concern expressed by Governor John Ranking. In a recent press conference, the governor said that having skimmed through the document which he assented to that he had received only earlier that day, he was concerned that the language used in the amended Register of Interest Act was restrictive and contrary to the government's move to have greater transparency.
The House of Assembly has passed the bill, but with some amendments. I only received the text of those amendments this morning, and we need to study them and their impact in detail. But I am concerned that the effect of the amendments is to significantly restrict public access to the register. And if so, that would run counter to the new culture of transparency and accountability towards which we are working following the Commission of Inquiry.
The governor, who stressed that such a law must be done correctly to ensure that elected officials are accountable to the people they are meant to serve, said that this concern lies with the restrictions placed on what persons are allowed to do with the information available in the register.
My concern is this. There are different types of public register. In the United Kingdom, for example, if anybody, any journalist or any member of the public, wishes to see the register, find out what the interests registered are for Rishi Sunak or Liz Truss or indeed Prime Minister Johnson, they can find them available and they can copy them and they can be published. And my initial understanding of the amendments which were made in the House of Assembly is it would be much more restricted.
Now, in any case, he said these matters will be discussed with the Premier as well as the government, and of course, an update will be provided. The Anegada hybrid renewable energy and battery energy storage system project has been heavily impacted, officials say, by inflation, which has resulted in the cost of the project increasing by an undisclosed sum. This was confirmed by Premier and Minister of Finance, Dr. the Honorable Natalio D. Wheatley, at a recent media conference. While he did not disclose the exact details surrounding the inflation experienced by the project, the contract awarded to Power 52 back in July of 2022 was valued at some $4,687,000, $944.72. Despite the challenges faced by the project, Premier Wheatley assured the public that it remains on track for its original announced December 2022 completion date.
I don't have a proper update except to say that it's still going to happen. I know that they were impacted by inflation. They were heavily impacted by inflation, and the cost of the project would have gone up. But in terms, there seems to be some issues that they were trying to resolve. For them to move forward, I would have to check with the RDA and with Power 52 to see if those issues have been resolved so that they can move forward. But it's still on track. It's still going to happen. There have been delays, and I'll perhaps ask the Minister for the Environment, which is Honorable Turnbull, to give an update on our project.
Power 52 was announced as the winner of the contract in July of 2020. However, the contract was only signed some 16 months after in November of 2021 due to the delays caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Chairwoman of the BVI Electricity Corporation, Mrs. Rosemary Flax, at the time of the signing ceremony announced that the project will have significant savings on diesel fuel used in Anegada, with the plant only having to consume some 5% of the usual diesel consumed annually once the project is completing and running. The government of the Virgin Islands has moved forward with plans to transform the Water and Sewage Department into a statutory body following the passing of the Sewage Authority Act 2022 in the House of Assembly. The bill, which was presented by Deputy Premier and Minister of Communications and Works, the Honorable Kai M. Reimer, and 5th District Representative, said it signifies a milestone in years of government discussions on how to address the outstanding issues and inefficiencies of the Water and Sewage Department. Now, the move to create a statutory body, Reimer explained, was most recently recommended by advisors from the Foreign and Commonwealth Office.
The FCO's technical advisors to the Water and Sewage Department reconfirmed that it would be in the best interest of the residents and environments of the Virgin Islands if the government proceeded to create a statutory authority to deal with water and sewage functions throughout the territory.
In addition to transferring jurisdiction over the management of the territory's portable water with hopes of achieving efficiency that was out of reach under the existing operational structure of the department, Reimer explained that this move will also provide an opportunity to properly update and implement a national water policy to improve the levels of service being provided to residents. Viewers, that's it for today's Weekend News Roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284media.com. And of course, like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. Of course, be sure to check out all our content. And later this evening, we'll be talking to producer, the one and only Alton Birdie, who has partnered and produced a song, Island Vibe, for the one and only Bungie Garland and Fayon Lyons with Apple Music. Of course, you don't want to miss that exclusive interview. I'm Ron Grant. I will see you on Monday as we deliver your daily dose of local, regional, and international content. We're 284 News, your source for honest and, of course, impartial news right here on 284 Media. A happy Saturday, everyone. Do have a wonderful weekend. And also make sure you check out the Spelling Bee, of course. That is Adults Spell Off 2022, for which 284 Media is a proud sponsor. It's a $10 event, and it begins at 7:30 p.m. this evening at the Eileen L. Parsons Auditorium. It's a great initiative, of course, promoting literacy, and we are proud to be partnering in sponsorship with this event. Bye-bye. I'll see you later.
You value traditions. Today, you value music. You value education. Family. I love you. Service.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Love. Life. At Popular, we're committed to you and everything our community values. For the things you value the most, count on us. Popular.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way that day.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you,
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What's your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I even watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.